I'm going to show you the tea that I'm making right now. It's lavender and calendula from the garden. I grow English lavender. It is known as the culinary one, and it's because I think it has maybe less oils. It's not as strong tasting, so more palatable. Certainly good in, you know, on top of shortbread when you make it, or pound cakes, or it just adds really nice. Obviously you can put it in lemonades and all kinds of uses for it. But the leaves, by the way, also, I haven't been utilizing those. I think I will this year. But they can be used in place of rosemary. They have a very different taste and sweeter. So they can be used also. A lot of people harvest mostly the leaves, and if you catch those, I think before the buds start coming, then you'll get more buds too. I just never do it. Maybe this year. However, I won't go into any health benefits. You can look those things up. I'm no authority, so I will never preach that. But certainly, if you're an expectant mom, never touch any herbal teas, I believe. So yeah, let me show you what I've got. So you can learn what flavor you like depending on, you know, how much lavender you want. Obviously, the more you have, the stronger it could be, and you don't want to drink something that reminds you of soap. So I don't find that, by the way. So that's about all I'm using, and it's just really refreshing. Now lavender also has properties that are soothing and put you to sleep, so it'd be a nice relaxing tea, but it also is a lot of anti-inflammatory. So again, I'm not going to get into those things, and calendula I put in almost all my teas just for the same. Again, it's got benefits that why not, when you grow these things, use them. And finally, just pour some water, and I'm going to let it steep for about 10 minutes. Never let your kettle, by the way, for any tea, regular tea, orange pekoe, anything, never bring your kettle to a full rolling boil. You will lose the oxygen or whatever's in there, and it doesn't taste as well. So for the most flavorful, stop it just before boil. Now, isn't that pretty? If I put a lot more in, like when you infuse vinegars for cleaning with your lavender, or your oils for the body bars. Actually, I make those too. I'll show you one of those. The body bars, you'll get a beautiful color. Actually, the lavender does come out, but I'm not putting enough in there for that in my tea. So that's almost 10 minutes of steeping. It's got an interesting color. I don't know if you can see it. It's slightly greeny purple. No, it's not showing up. Very, very light smell. It will be lovely. Cheers. Well, Bruce is out on the ATV plowing again because we had freezing rain all night, and it's snowing again. Anyway, I just made myself tea with my this past season's fresh lavender and calendula. But what I'm doing now is I have old lavender that I've been using, actually, just it's amazing how little you need. I've been using it on a pot in water, just simmered, and I turn it off and let the house smell nice. However, I still have a lot left, and going through all my things to try to use them up. This is really old lavender. The lavender that I had from the season before this one, I did, in fact, use in teas and, well, sort of your potpourris or different areas like that. But anyway, this is an old one. I'm going to use it up, and what I'm going to do is I'm doing laundry. So I'm adding lavender to a little sachet bag. You can get these at the dollar store, I think. I have a bunch. If I can never find them, they're all over. Or reuse them too. You don't need a whole lot. Oh look, I've got, who knew? I've got some rosebuds in there too. And I've got some other rose petals. These are the wild roses that grow all around us. And my own lavender. Now I don't have yet, I grew 2 lavender plants from seed, very time consuming, and was proud that they withstood a winter here. I didn't know that they may not, depending if my climate was just a bit colder, it wouldn't be a perennial. Anyway, they're surviving and doing well. So this year Bruce has made more of a little flower garden area, and I want to really add to my lavender and grow a lot more, because right now I don't have a good enough haul at all, and I use it very sparingly. However, what I'm making right now is going to go into my dryer and make all my clothes smell lovely as it's heated. Tie it tight so obviously it doesn't spill, but you can use these probably, depends on how long you're running your dryer, I guess, but I get probably 8 uses out of this before it's really lost all its smell. But then even I keep it and I'll put it in my blanket drawer. It still retains a bit of scent, although I'm using most of it up. But what a great way to use up some of your lavender that will freshen up your, if you're doing sheets, if you're doing your laundry day with sheets, be lovely. I'm just using it right now for my clothes. I mentioned I would talk about the body bars, which are really, really nice with all natural ingredients, and you can infuse it with your lavender. So I went into my tickle trunk and pulled out all my craft stuff. I make it with, I'm not going to make any because I don't need any right now, but if you ever want a video on that, let me know. I use 100% pure Canadian beeswax. Oh, it always smells gorgeous. It comes in big chunks, so I have to shave it down. I use the raw shea butter that's not been, it's cold pressed, you know. So that's grade A, 100% natural shea butter. And I use, this is cold pressed, I'm not sure that, organic coconut oil. So that's, I melt those down, but if you want to infuse with lavender, do that first. I would use the coconut oil when you're melting, because normally I melt these all together, and drop your lavender in and let that sit and infuse till you get this as strong a smell as you want. So use your fresh lavender for this, not the old stuff I just used in my dryer, and it's beautiful. I've been making these for like 8 years, so I've got little molds that say 100% hand cream or handmade. Yeah, I just got all kinds of little molds. I've been making these forever. I also make lip balms. So very, very useful and organic. Now this looks a mess because this is one I'm using, so it's not, the picture shows the nicer one. But if I just show you how beautiful this stuff is. Can you see it waxing up? By the way, I have one that's just for my feet. It's beautiful stuff. See, my hand's glistening. It's lovely, lovely cream. So that's just another use for your lavender. Anyway, that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care and we'll see you soon.